I know with the bonus question you asked, right? You said that it was a guy. You said it was a blended family. They wasn't married. They was just dating, or
I think it was a girlfriend.
it was a
Uh,
girlfriend. So
it
it ain't even blended
was,
family. It's just a
yeah, it
girlfriend.
was a girlfriend boyfriend situation.
Yeah. And she said she needed a car fix, and she asked them for $1,500.
Yeah, he said he couldn't do it,
And
and
they
she
they
went and
wasn't
got it.
married. Let's put this in context. They wasn't married, and they wasn't. They just dating. Well, I guess what they call it, dating. No marriage, no commitment, just dating. And she asked them for $1,500.
No, they could have been girlfriend and boyfriend. That's a step up from dating. And then he didn't have it. Ex-boyfriend did. He just put it on the table. You know what I mean? Just come on.
So I'm gonna put my 20-year-old hat on. I'm 40. Most guys ain't in. How much do you have to make to even before we even get to? How much do you got to make to give somebody that kind of money and be comfortable?
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing too. You know what I mean? We making 50, 60, 80, maybe no problem. You know what I mean?
No,
Definitely
probably
six
80,
figures.
90. Probably 80, 90, no problem.
You know, but
Cause
then
this one,
when you get 30s and 25, 15, that's half your check. Or maybe it's
half.
your whole check. Maybe something like maybe that's one of your whole check.
No, not 30 and under. Unless you ain't getting no benefits or nothing.
Oh, so yeah.
You probably
So
bring it home 800 or 900 after taxes and benefits.
so
When you in
that's
the
a check.
30s,
That's a check and a half. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So it depends on like where you are in life. You know what I mean? 1,500 is 1,500. Jay-Z ain't give he get big.
What
He
kind of
didn't
car
get
are you driving? What kind of car are you driving? That it costs 1,500 to fix your car. Number
like what
one,
did you do to your car? You know what I
yeah,
mean? You
for
didn't get the
sure.
oil change. But those are like detailed questions. We don't know about the situation.
But you
Uh,
threw a in there though. You said like, if this is your girlfriend, not your wife, this is your girlfriend, and she go get the money from her ex.
yeah. He flip it out like no problem. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
how old is he? What's going on with that?
yep.
But was she wrong, right or wrong for that?
It
Well,
just
you gotta
depends
take care.
on perspective. It's all about perspective, how you look at it, right?
You gotta take care of your needs. You know what I mean? And you just got a little boyfriend. That's just my little friend. You know what I mean? You need to
Like
go get
if
some
you
money.
insecure, I mean, if you insecure, let's say we talking about boyfriend, right? 22-year-old, 22-year-old, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
A single, that's not your wife. If somebody do that, I mean, the dude could have saved your day. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you still reaping the
But
benefit. He paying the
yeah,
cost. She still stay with you. You reaping the benefits. Whatever it
but if
is.
you
Like
insecure, it'll probably eat at you every day. It'll probably eat at you.
what you have to
You
do.
know,
What you have to
yeah,
do for that little money. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So
So, but I think like being, like I say, being 40, being older, like you got to think about yourself from the situation you're in and your
yeah,
ex or whatever. Like,
mm-hmm.
so, my ex got my son, like, you know what I mean, half the time.
Right,
If her car don't work, he can't go to school. You know what I mean? She can't go to work. So that's
yep,
half his support go down. You
right,
know what I mean? As a grown man, I got that money. It's like, you know what I mean? Even if I was like, remarried, I'm gonna say, hey, my ex need this. My son ride with her. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
yeah,
She need to be able to go to work. You know what I mean?
yeah,
To do her half of the parenting. So
yeah,
yeah, I give it to her. And then you got to think as a man, if you can't take a loan out. You know what I mean? And her baby daddy step in like, hey, well, whenever y'all work this out, y'all can pay me back or whatever. But I can't have my son going without transportation or whatever the bill is for.
So I got a question. If
Like
you
if the heat and air went out over your house, and then the baby daddy say, "Hey, my son can't live in the house with no air," and he paid for the heat and air, well, he's taking care of his kids. Consider that child support.
Yeah, I guess the question is when you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, where is the demarc point for obligation? I guess that's the thing I'm thinking about. Like, what's the demarc point for for that? Like, where does your obligation stop? Where does it start and where does it stop for a single person that's just dating like a girlfriend?
Some people don't have a limit to that. Like, you supposed to like.
Yeah.
Some people think y'all don't live together, y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, but you supposed to pay the bills at her or the other person's house. Already, as a boyfriend.
Is that realistic or unrealistic? Is that realistic or unrealistic?
Some people have that expectation, whether that expectation being met. I've heard some people, well, my boyfriend pay my rent and he don't live with me. Okay, I mean, that's fine.
Is that realistic or unrealistic though?
Get it how you live, you know what I mean?
Is that realistic or unrealistic?
You know, it's realistic in that that person's, I didn't fact check it because, you know, I mean, who am I?
No, I'm saying like it.
In general, is that realistic? No, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a lot, man. I mean, for the average dude, that's a lot to give one person that
well,
you don't have you're not in a committed relationship with, like you're not married to. It's just your girlfriend.
Well,
you don't even know what's.
If you intimate, you need to pick up a bill. You know what I mean? Whether it's the rent or the car note, you know. At the boyfriend level, you don't think that's acceptable?
And that's the thing. You start playing that expectation game. You want to go down that rabbit hole. So that's a rabbit hole, man. You go down that.
Well, that's the question. Like, what is the level of financial responsibility in the boyfriend stage? Not living together.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments.
You know what I mean? What's the expectation of that? You know.
Yeah.
And is it a dollar amount or is it anything you need? You know. And then if it's is it different? You know what I mean? If you live together.
If we was in our 20s, right? What was that? 1990 or 2000? I'm sorry, 2002, 2003, right?
Yeah.
2003. Would you give a girl $1,500?
First of all,
2003, John. 2003, John.
When I was a kid, I was broke, and you know, I had a problem.
You're not a kid. You 20. You're not a kid.
I mean, compared to what I am now, I was a child. I was like a toddler. Compared to now, I was basically in kindergarten. You know, I had emotional intelligence, but didn't use it.
I think you used it, but then you just didn't use it like in the.
So yeah, I mean, it's like really, it's what you. It's like playing a game. It's like what you can keep. You know what I mean? What I can get for the lowest price, or what you know. So yeah, I was at 22.
2003, John wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that seems like a bad investment to me at 22.
Yeah, 2003, Mike. Nope, wouldn't even think about it. Wouldn't even think twice.
I'd rather
think twice.
I'd rather lose you and like, hey, you need to do what you got to do to get that, you know, get that together. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I understand I was a man back then, but you know, I got my own problems and I got family. You know what I mean? Members that need, you know, this or that.
Yeah.
So I can't really just do that for you. You know what I mean? If I can do it, I would probably do it for myself. But you know, selfish person at that time. I didn't have any kids or anything.
Does that make you selfish if you say no? I'm not giving you $1,500. I mean, we not serious.
I mean, I'm choosing me. I'm choosing me. And, you know, that's selfish. Choosing yourself when you could choose somebody, that's selfish.
But you're not in a committed relationship to have to be obligated.
Yeah. No, but I'm choosing me at that age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 2003, John or Mike. Would we give somebody $1,500 to fix their car?
Or what about $1,500 to keep them and their kids from getting kicked out? You got to choose yourself.
It's the key word. It's always key words when I hear stuff. Their kids. Keep them and their kids. And that's why we telling the young people, you got to make solid decisions. You can't expect somebody to bail you out of the decisions and results that you make. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If anything, it can put you in a compromised position now. You know what I'm saying? Because of the decisions.
So
we
I
all
chose
been there.
you. So
we
now
all
my
been
car,
there.
my car no late because I chose you over me.
But what they got to do with you paying your car note though?
I mean, the $1,500 has to come from somewhere. So
No. you choosing me, what does that have to do with you paying your car note? That's the thing.
No. If I choose, like, my car note is due, my rent is due.
Yes.
I got $1,500.
Yes.
I can pay my rent and my car note.
Yes.
Or I can pay yours. I'm gonna choose me.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
if I choose you, maybe I can keep my apartment. But I'm gonna be late on this car note, or I'm not gonna have the whole car note.
It goes just like this, young kids. You want my jar of M&Ms? I give you the jar of M&Ms. Now, how do I fill that jar back up now? Who gonna put the M&Ms back in that jar that I just gave you?
You didn't have the M&Ms last month.
Nope. They don't even got a jar. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're not gonna have the M&Ms next month. You know
not that much. Not that many M&Ms anyway. Not 1,500. Like the average person to have 1,500 in cash just to give somebody. I mean, what's the chances of that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a lot. I mean, for an average person, that's a lot of money, man. We talking about broke, poverty, broke, and straight. I mean, those 3 levels, poverty, broke, and straight, that's a lot of money to give somebody and not feel it. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money.
I think even if you straight, you know what I mean, you're gonna feel it. Now, if you straight, you're good. But
and the next thing is,